Latin 1. Here we go. We're on the top of the second column of the vocab of the glossary on chapter 9, page 63. So here we go. Mecum. Mecum. Now I've told you that cum is part of sid space, so it takes the ablative. Cum plus the ablative means with. But if you said cum me, it ends up swallowing the word. So what happens is the ablative of all the pronouns, gets flip-flopped and turned into one word. Mecum, tecum, nobiscum, vobiscum, secum, secum. Okay, so with me, with you, with us, with y'all, with him, her, or it, with them. Okay? The next word, misera. Misera. Now, this is the feminine. The masculine is weird. It's miser. And this is where you get miserable. Okay, so miser, misera. Okay, means unhappy or miserable. Stick with unhappy. Or poor. Oh, poor me. Nobis. Nobis means for us. If you put cum at the end of it, it means with us. Okay? Discatera. Discatera. Okay? So discatera is don't write to go away, write to depart. Okay? So cross out go away and write in to depart. So discato, discatera. It's a third. Okay? Discato, discatera. To depart. The next one, tuus. Well, we already saw sua, so now we see tuus, tua. Your. Okay? Want to guess what my is? Meus, mea. His or her, we already saw. Suus, sua. Let's see. Vos omnes. I get a kick out of this because vos already means y'all, and then omnes means all. So this is all y'all. Or in Mississippi, all y'alls. But this means all y'all. So I want you to translate it literally as all y'all. Okay? Simul. Simul. Now this is an adverb. It means together, like simultaneous. It can also mean at the same time as. Okay. Next one, nescio. Nescio. Nescio, it turns into nescire. So it's a fourth conjugation verb. Nescio, nescire, which means to not know. This is clearly a Greek word because it has to do with knowing things. Okay. So I do not know. Nescio. Secunda Hora. Secunda Hora. This is the ablative of time. Okay, it's at the second hour. Now the second hour, just so you know, is the second hour after dawn. So let's say that dawn starts at like 6. So 6 to 7, 7 to 8. So second hour would be 8 o'clock in the morning. In the summer. In the winter, it'd be different, right? And that's how they would tell time. But hora, horai, means hour, right? And you can kind of see why that comes. And secundus, secunda, obviously, is where we get the word second from. The next one is lacrimat, lacrimat, lacrimo, lacrimare. The glands in your eyes are called lacrimal glands, the crying glands. This is to weep, lacrimo, lacrimare. We've got time, so we'll keep going. O me miseram, o me miseram, oh poor me. Write down next to this that this is the accusative of exclamation. That's an accusative that exists. There's like 7 or 8 uses of the accusative. You know 3. Manere. Manere. So this is maneo, manere. So this is to remain, to stay. Okay? So it's where you get the word remain from. It's also where you get the word mansion from. Okay? Or manor, place where someone stays. Wale. Wale. This means goodbye. And what I love about this is that Romans, just like we Americans, command people to do things upon seeing them or leaving them. So wale is goodbye. It's walete if you're telling more than one person. If we're all together, I'll show you how it goes from German into English and stuff like that. But the word hello and goodbye are actually commands. We've just shortened them because we speak English. The next word, mite. Mite. That means send, and you're telling her to do that. You know, mite, send me letters or whatever. So this is from mito, mitera, okay, to send, which is where you get admit, remit, submit. It has to do with sending. Promitis. Promitis. This means you promise, okay? And this is not a command. This is just saying you're promising. It's where we get promise from. Okay. Complexu. Complexu. That means in an embrace, right? So this is an adverb as far as you know. It's technically an ablative like aistate was. But it's an adjective, or no, I'm sorry, it's a noun of the fourth declension. But complexu. It's where we get the word complex from. Tenet. Tenet. This is teneo, tenere. This is where you get the word tendon from, the thing that holds your bones together. And it means to hold. Okay, so she holds her, complexu, in an embrace. Lacrimans. This is kind of like laborantes, the working slaves, or the sedentes, the sitting slaves. But what do you call it? Lacrimans, weeping. Okay, so this is the weeping person. Comes from the verb, obviously. Abit. Abit. Okay, so this is abeo abire. It's an irregular verb. It's eo-ire, but it's irregular. And it's just ab in front. We saw abite molesti, so this is to go away. Okay, so this is she goes away. All right, so that takes care of most of the vocab. If you turn to page 65 at the very bottom, you get festinat. Festinat. This is festino, festinare, which is to hurry. I always think of like you're hurrying to a festival. The next word that you see right there is alii, alii. This is plural of alius, alia. So alii, alii is some and then others. Some people do this, other people do that. Okay, and then that covers all the vocab for the chapter. So what I want you to do now is to go ahead and read. We're on chapter 9. Read pages 75 to 77 because they're fun. All right. I'm gonna hit the button.